Peace and blessings. Ennis Corner Boxing 24. Good morning, everyone. Saturday morning. How y'all doing? Pretty, not a bad day out here, but you still gotta dress warm because it is still wintertime. So I'm still wearing my jacket, winter clothes, because I don't want to catch a pneumonia. I don't want to catch a cold because I'm acting like it's summer. It's not. Okay. But this is in this corner, Boxing 24. And, what I want to talk about this morning is Jaron Boots Ennis. And it's just funny to me, man, how, a person is putting in the work and he's showing a certain skill set that people have a problem with it, right? So I just want to reiterate, man, that there's a difference between Jaron Ennis is 28-0 with 26 knockouts, okay? And there's a difference between being overrated and unproven. Because if I say that you're overrated, that means you have no skill set at all. You're not really that good. People just hyping you up for nothing. But that's not the case, because you got 28 fights with 26 knockouts. Okay? Now, everybody has people on their record that wasn't the best fighters or the greatest fighters. That's every fighter. Floyd Mayweather on down. Okay? We all got some of those type of fighters. But we also got fighters on Jaron's record that were top tier fighters, top notch. Okay? And he's going to keep getting those fights. Sergey Lipinets. He fought Sergey Lipinets. Is that correct? Sergey Lipinets was undefeated. No, pardon me. When they fought, he had one loss. However, the one loss that he had was a close fight with Mikey Garcia, and he actually broke Mikey Garcia's jaw in that fight. Close fight. Wasn't no washover. Okay? And after that fight with Mikey Garcia, he won. And, Sergey Lipinets is a top tier fighter, okay? Bottom line, okay? Lamont Peterson fought, and Lamont Peterson is a good boxer, tough, strong, big, and he was able to wear Lamont Peterson out. Okay, that's the fight that he actually retired Lamont Peterson after that fight with Lipinets. So Lipinets is a top tier fighter. Okay, Thomas Delerme, another one, top tier. He fought champions, just like Sergey Lipinets. He fought champions. Okay, and after his fight with Terence Crawford, he went on a win streak. Ennis got him out in the first round, bro. He jumped right on him. And I was glad about that because Thomas Delerme was saying he was going to take him in the water and see if he could swim. So he found out that yeah, he could swim. So the comments that Sean Porter made, he had to correct that and had to be made to say, no, I used the wrong word. I stand by it, but I'm not saying overrated, I'm saying unproven. All right, so if you want to say there's a big difference between overrated and unproven. Unproven just means I haven't had the opportunity yet to fight Errol Spence or Terence Crawford because those are the ones that's in those positions. However, Errol Spence is not that boogeyman no more that he was. Okay, he was the boogeyman, and he had this confidence, and he said he was not going to be, and he was. His record was reflecting that, right? He was fighting everybody, he was hurting them, and especially after Kell Brook, everybody was hype. Oh man, I wasn't hype because I see how he fights. He's a straight ahead fighter. He throws body shots, he throws some combinations, he comes forward, but that's also a style that could get you picked off. It could get you hurt if you're in there with a boxer that got that skill set. Jaron Ennis is that dude. I don't care what nobody say. You don't have to agree with me. But all you got to do is look at the style. I look at fighter styles. And I see the style that Spence has is easy for Jaron Ennis. Because Spence comes straight forward. He don't give you a lot of movement. Okay? And he tries to impose his will on you. I don't think he's going to do that with Jaron Ennis. He's not going to do that with Terence Crawford either. Those are the fighters. He's not going to be able to impose his will on Crawford and Jaron Ennis. But we're talking about Jaron Ennis, okay? So that's a problem. Adrian Broner, when he started out, he was real good. It was called The Problem. Well, Jaron Ennis should be Boots the Problem Ennis. Because he's a problem, man. And he's going to remain a problem. And I like what he's talking about. His goals is to go from welterweight to junior middleweight to middleweight. Okay? And conquer those divisions. And he could do it. Same way Floyd did it from featherweight all the way up to junior middleweight, but mainly welterweight. That was his main division, okay, where he was effective. 140, 147, that's where he was pretty boy, where he was a beast. You understand what I'm saying? He was a beast. And he was always getting downplayed. Larry Merchant in particular always downplayed Floyd. He's not filling up the arena. He's in trouble. He got this going on. He got that going on. He's flamboyant. You know? I mean, it was always an issue. He got this charge. He got that charge, right? They didn't want to see Floyd get to the level where he was at. And I remember the fights, man, before he got to De La Hoya, man, where, you know, they always try to take something away from him, no matter what. All those fights up until De La Hoya, you know, Shambe, Mitchell, the Henry Brucelis fight, Chop Crawley. It was always somebody trying to take something away from him. Then when he broke through the ceiling and fought De La Hoya and beat him, that was it. He went to that level. Well, that's what Jaron Ennis is going to do too. Only thing I hope that he does is eventually, I hope he makes a move and get with PBC, get with Al Heyman, because that's really going to take him to another level. Hope he don't stay with Cameron Duncan. No disrespect, but he's going to have to move, man, if he want the real fights and the real money, because that's what he needs. Now, people say, well, Jaron Ennis should just fight whoever right now and make some money. Okay, that's cool. But at the same time, you have to think about the window. You don't know what your window, what your career is going to be in boxing. He's young, no doubt, but you don't know if you're going to last till 30 or 35. You really don't know what the window is. And if you really want to, now if you really just want to be there and get out, then maybe he could do that. Make as much money as he can right now and then get those fights. Okay, if he's not planning on boxing too long after 30, all right? Or maybe he want to go to 30. That's not a bad age. But if he's thinking about, you know, conquering divisions, right, then he may have to take the fights that he need, or the fights, let me rephrase that, the fights that he really wants. He might have to just start conquering those fights, man. I mean, it's high risk, low reward for Crawford and for Spence. But Spence talks that game. And you know, fight somebody your size, Errol Spence, okay? Because Mikey Garcia wasn't your size. I don't even think that fight should have been sanctioned, man. To me, I mean, I wanted Mikey Garcia to win, but, man, he was a lightweight. And you fought him, and you beat your chest about that. And now you a shark. But Terence Crawford said he was in the water looking for the shark and couldn't find him. Anyway, Jaron Ennis, man, is a problem. He's that person, man. He's that dude. I love his skill set. I love his humbleness, his maturity. And he just want to fight, okay? And don't tell me, man, what he did to Thomas Delaney, man, that was, listen, he took him out in the first round. It was the way that he did it. It was the punch selections, man. And he is defensive. He might get hit in exchanges. That's going to happen when you're aggressive like that. You're going to get hit. Everybody gets hit. Floyd got hit in exchanges. Floyd got tapped. Floyd almost got knocked out by Shane Mosley. It happens. I'm not saying Jaron Ennis, you know, he can't, I'm not saying he wants to get hit for so much either. No, but he's not, though. He's defensive. He got some good defense. Okay, so that's not going to be an issue. And I'm sure that they're going to look at that in his camp with his father, and they're going to work it out where that happens less, because he do got good defense. He bobs, he weaves, he moves, he blocks, he does all that. He knows how to do that. Okay, but again, when you're very aggressive and you're trying to, you know, make a statement and trying to get the man out of there, you're going to get tapped. You might get tapped with something. Sometimes you're not. This depends. But if it's a world-class fighter, if it's a ex-champion, a fighter that fought champions, a fighter that's a good fighter, then, man, listen, man, you're going to get hit with something, bro, because he got skill too. Okay? So you don't get to nowhere by just having nothing. You don't get to the level of a star boxer by not going through no adversity, man. So now the thing is, oh, well, he ain't been hit by Spence. He ain't been hit by Crawford. Okay, well, they ain't been hit by him either. That's what I say. So now when they fight, let's see who hits and who does more. That's the bottom line. We got to see the fight. Okay, so I'm big up in Jaron Ennis, man, the future of boxing. I think he's going to conquer that welterweight division. He's in top 1, 2, and 3 in every division. BC, BA, IBF, okay? I don't know if he's, ranked in WBO. He might be ranked in them as well, but I know he's definitely in the main 3. And he's ready, man. He's ready to rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? So, Jaron Boosie and this man, hopefully, man, he fights. I'm hearing that he may be fighting Custio Clayton in April on the card with Lubin and Fondora. So, hey, let's see what happens, man. Another undefeated fight on his record. A dude now, that has some skill, strong, some power. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens, man. All right. So this is Ennis Corner Boxing 24. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Peace and blessings. Be safe.